Hey guys, it's been a little while since I've done a video, and Mason just did this really cool one about his bias list where he basically went through his bias list of groups and then talked about albums that he liked from them. So I thought I would do that today, especially because I am not a huge physical album collector, so there's a lot of tags and stuff that go around that I don't get to talk about a lot of different groups for, just because they always kind of want you to have the physical album. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to do that. I have like 20-ish groups that are kind of in my bias list. I'm going to start with the ones that are mostly unranked for a variety of reasons. Predominantly they're unranked because I don't necessarily like love all their music, or they don't have enough releases for me to actually properly rank them. So the couple of those that include are Pristin, who just came out. I really liked Boo Boo. I really liked their debut. I do plan on buying it, but I can't rank them because they literally have one release. Oh, there's my dog right there. Next is Sunamu, who's had a couple releases, but I don't like them enough to actually rank them. I did really like their most recent release. I think I Love You, like I actually bought it and put it on my phone, so that's kind of why they're even in the running at all. And then Brave Girls, their latest EP, Rollin', was amazing, and I also really unironically love High Heels, the redone version, I guess. NCT 127 is also on this list. I really, really liked Limitless. Fire Truck's okay, but Limitless was amazing, so that's kind of even why, again, they're in the running. And then my last two are 17, whose I bought all of their albums digitally. I own actually one of their albums, and I mostly like their music. I think probably my favorite songs from them are Aju Nice and Manase. I never say it correctly, but their second single after Adore You. They have a lot of really good music. I have a hard time getting into boy groups, so I can't really rank them that much. And then finally, my last group in the kind of unranked category is Crayon Pop. Crayon Pop has a lot of really good bops. My favorite is Bingo Bing, Bing Bang, Bingo Bing, whatever. That song is really great. Okay, so now going into my actual list of groups. So number 16 for groups that I don't own. Most of these I don't own physically still, but number 16 is Rainbow. My favorite album from them is Innocent, which is their third mini album. It's one of the few that I actually bought the entire track list for, and it's really good, and I like it a lot. And I'm kind of sad Rainbow isn't around anymore because I was just starting to get into them, and then they were no longer a group. The next at number 15 is Laboom, who actually just had their first win, which is really exciting. Their newest single is super cute, though I didn't like it as much as I liked Shooting Love, which is the single off of Love Sign, which was their third mini album, I want to say. I just want them to find a lot of success. I really like them a lot, and I'm just hoping that, one, this controversy around their first one doesn't sink them, and secondly, that they just keep coming back with better and better stuff and more stuff. Hopefully they get another bop like this one. This was my favorite song. And then I really like CLC, which a lot of people like. Curse Style is my favorite song, my favorite whole album from them. Although most of their title tracks I do really enjoy, except for that's the only one I don't like, but I like Pepe, obviously, which everybody likes, and High Heels grew on me, and then Curse Style is a really great thing. I hope they stick with this sound. At 13, there we go, is AOA. My favorite track from them recently has been Good Luck. This song is stuck in my head all the time. Such a good song. And yeah, I've heard again some kind of things about Choa and stuff maybe leaving the group. Hopefully they can stick it together and keep it out. They always have really good bops in the summer, so I'm hoping that they get another good one. Bing Bing and Excuse Me are also really catchy, and I'm sad they didn't do as well as Korea as they had been doing, but this song was really good, in particular. Alright, hey, our first real ranked boy group, and that is EXO. Exact is probably my favorite album from them, although I tend to be kind of 50-50 on EXO B-sides. I do really like Lotto. I like which isn't technically on this album, but whatever. I really love Monster. Lucky One is very good. Artificial One is really nice. There's a lot of good stuff on this album. I like EXO. My favorite member in EXO... Oh, I realized I didn't go through my favorite members of all these other bands. Okay, I'm going to say my favorite member of EXO and then quickly go back through everyone else. My favorite member in EXO is Sehun because he's hilarious to me and has really no purpose in EXO in terms of musical or... Oh, I guess his dance ability is pretty good. So that's just why I like him, is he's almost the member that isn't... why is he there? I guess he's a visual member, but I don't know. I just think he's really funny and I like him a lot. Okay, my favorite member of Rainbow is... Taeyeon, or the girl who was the red color, because I saw her on Beauty Bible, which she did with Jessica, and I liked that a lot, and I liked her a lot in that. In Laboom, Sonyu, she is my favorite member. In CLC, Soren is my favorite member. In AOA, I don't really have a favorite member in AOA. I like everyone equally, I would say. And then I just told you my favorite member next time. Okay. Continuing, I'm going to remember to do that next time. Okay. So coming in at number 11. Whoops, sorry, I jumped. This is number 10. So number 10 is SHINee / Jonghyun. My favorite thing from SHINee collectively is actually Jonghyun's first full-length solo album, which is She Is. I loved this album to pieces. Could not get enough of it. And my favorite member in SHINee is Jonghyun. And now at number 11, sorry for just having a poorly organized video, is 2NE1. And my favorite album from them is Crush. I have this version. My favorite member in 2NE1 is Dara, for a lot of the same reasons that I like Sehun and EXO, where it musically doesn't have like the biggest purpose, but she's just fun and great. The reason 2NE1 is actually kind of ranked lower, they used to be ranked a lot higher, is because they have disbanded. They had a lot of really good music and they did a lot of really good stuff, and I like them quite a bit, and I'm sad that they're gone. I'm glad that they went out on this album, Crush, because I think Crush was a great album. But they've just kind of fallen because other groups, you know, they keep going, and that's just kind of what happens. Okay, we talked about SHINee. Next is 4Minute / Hyuna, my favorite album from them. Although I like a lot of their stuff, their last two albums were my favorite, which is Crazy and Act 7. I like Act 7 slightly more than Crazy, just because end to end, I think this was a great sound. Again, I'm sad that they're disbanded, but I'm happy that they went out on such a high note with Act 7. My favorite member of 4Minute is Hyuna, which is also why I like all of her solo stuff. I think my favorite solo Hyuna song is probably actually Red, although my roommate and I listened to / put on all of our party playlists Roll Deep like nonstop, so that song is also great. She has a lot of good bops. I also like her new unit thing that she's doing. I thought 365 Fresh was a pretty good song, so I'll be interested to check out that album as well. Okay, now coming in at number 8 is Super Junior, actually. Super Junior is my 8th kind of favorite group. My favorite album from them is their last one before they kind of stopped doing albums for a while because of enlistments, which is This Is Love / Mamacita. So I have the Eunhyuk version of This Is Love because Eunhyuk is my favorite proper member of Super Junior. Don't even get me started on the whole like 13 versus 15 thing. But I also really like Heechul and Super Junior, and then my actual favorite member of the whole Super Junior like thing is Jomi. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to mention Jomi's solo album. This is my favorite of the two that he's done. If you haven't listened to Jomi's Rewind, highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, anyway, back to not regular Super Junior, but Super Junior. The only other, I do like Super Junior M. They're okay. Super Junior KRY, obviously they all are great singers. I just don't really like ballads, and they're like literally a ballad group, so I don't really listen to them. And I also really like Super Junior D&E. My favorite album from them is their The Beat Goes On Special Edition album, just because it had everything on it. But yeah, if you are trying to like want to check out Super Junior, I would definitely recommend checking out the Mamacita This Is Love album. I thought every song on here was really great, especially the additions were really great too. So definitely I think worth checking out. And then my 7th favorite group is EXID. This is my favorite album from them, which is Eclipse. Their most recent album is so incredible. If you haven't made time to listen to this, it's like 6 songs, just make time for it. It's like 20 minutes. Just make the time to listen to this album. It was amazing and really good. I will say EXID, despite only having like 3 or 4 albums, has probably like the strongest discography out of all of my favorite groups. And I'm always continually impressed with what they're producing and what they're making. Why don't I collect them physically? I don't really know. I should probably do it, and I should probably start buying their albums, but you know, here we are. I bought them all digitally. I do have them all. And my favorite member of EXID is Hani, but I do like everybody. Everybody is great. Okay, now we're going to move away from this and just go back to albums. So my 6th favorite group is Mamamoo. My favorite album from them is Melting. I do really like all their pre-release stuff. I actually don't like the title track on this one quite as much as I like other ones, because it's You're the Best, right? Yes, You're the Best. This is not my favorite title track from Mamamoo. My favorite title track from Mamamoo is probably their debut, or what was the one that was on Pink Funky? No, it was not that one. Yeah, it's either their debut or Piano Man. And then if we are counting just songs that got music videos, my absolute favorite song from Mamamoo is Aoop. That's my favorite song. This album, though, has a lot of variety. I liked it a lot. It also has I Miss You, which is also one of my favorite songs from Mamamoo, and 1cm, which is also probably the best song ever. The other thing I'd like to really want to just give a shout out to Mamamoo is all of their albums are the same size and have this same sort of thing on the side, so they all look really nice together. And they also give you all of their music. So like, for example, oh, come on, there you go. Girl Crush is a song they did for Samsung for the whatever, or maybe LG, I don't know. It was some like ad song, and they put it on this album, so I didn't have to buy it separately, which is great. My favorite member of Mamamoo is Moonbyul. I do also really like Solar as well. Okay, coming in. Now I think we're in top 5 territory now, aren't we? I have not really been keeping track. Yeah, top 5, right. These are the top 5. So my 5th favorite group, I will also just forewarn you, all of my top 5 groups are girl groups, so, you know, get prepared. My 5th favorite group is Twice. My favorite song, this is my favorite album from them, Twice Coaster Lane 1. My favorite song from them, title track-wise, is probably TT, which is probably why I picked this one instead of Lane 2. I think this was probably one of their strongest albums to date. I'm really looking forward to their new comeback. I really have liked all the teaser pictures. I am upset that JYP keeps deciding he wants to milk all the Once fans as much as humanly possible. I will only be buying one version of that album because I only buy one version of albums unless it's my top group. But yes, Twice is my 5th favorite group. I think they make really fun music. They have really great production quality in their videos. And their albums are top notch and come with great extras. My favorite member in Twice is Minna, which is her right here. Please trade me Minna cards. If you're not a photocard collector, please trade me Minna cards. And then I also really like Taeyeon, which is right here. She's my second bias of Twice. And then coming in at number 4, maybe slightly surprising, I'm not actually sure, is Red Velvet. Red Velvet is my 4th favorite girl group. The Red is my favorite album from them. I do like all of their title tracks. Even the one from the Velvet, which I didn't buy because I don't like ballads, but I forget what the title of that song is at the moment, but the title track of the Velvet is also one that I like. I think they produce really great poppy music. I think Dum Dum / The Red is the epitome of like K-pop. I think it has a lot of what makes K-pop great is reflected in this album. My favorite member of Red Velvet is Sulky, and then my second favorite member is Irene. I'm looking forward to, hopefully they do something else this year. I think Rookie was pretty well received, at least it's pretty well received in Korea. It's pretty high, and I saw some like rank of singles and how well they've sold in Korea, and Rookie was actually had still been selling pretty well. It was ranked pretty high. So I hope they have another good one. I think one of my favorite title tracks from them is also Russian Roulette, so I think if they did something like that again would be really great. But yes, 4th favorite group is Red Velvet. My 3rd favorite group is probably unsurprising. I talk about this group a lot, and that is Oh My Girl. My favorite album from them is the Windy Day repack of Pink Ocean. I was super happy and impressed with it, and it's really a cute album. And they repack adds a lot of really excellent songs. If you have not listened to Oh My Girl, please don't sleep on them. They're wonderful. They're a wonderful girl group. They have a lot of great songs. Really, all their B-sides are fantastic, which is why they're ranked so high on my list, is they have very consistent albums with very consistent, excellent B-sides. Their title tracks are always interesting and different and new. I think Coloring Book is probably the weakest of their title tracks, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I don't have Coloring Book yet to rank. I have not listened to it because I'm waiting to get my own copy, which I'm waiting for Twice to come out to buy. It's a whole complicated buying process, but Oh My Girl, would recommend checking out if you have not. They also have probably some of the best photo books in K-pop. Like, just straight up, some of the best photo books in K-pop. I love everybody in Oh My Girl, but my bias is Arin, who is right here, who is also the Magne. I hope Ginny comes back soon. I miss her. But yes, I do love everybody. I do try to collect everybody's cards. Please trade me Oh My Girl cards. Please. Please, please, please. Pretty please. But Arin is my bias. Please listen to them. Don't sleep on them. When they get their first win, you want to say you've been there since the beginning, right? Right? Okay. My second favorite girl group, I don't think these next two are really going to be that surprising to anybody, is FX. Well, I was supposed to say Red Light, which is the album, which is my favorite album from FX. FX is such a fantastic group. They have such a great discography. No song that's a lie. Most of their songs are fantastic. I don't really like their whole... most of their first album I don't really like, but the rest of their music is amazing. And my favorite member of FX is Crystal. I do love everybody. Luna's probably my very close second. I loved her solo album. If you have not listened to Free Somebody, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should go do that. You should also go buy it. But yeah, anyway, FX does great experimental type music. I hope they have a comeback this year. And I'm just happy that they still are a group and make good stuff. And then finally, as what comes as a surprise to no one, my absolute favorite group of all time and forever and always is Girls' Generation. Their most recent release, Lionheart, is my favorite album from them that they've come out with so far, though I pretty much love everything that they did, minus their kind of like beginnings, only because super cutesy Girls' Generation is not my absolute favorite. I have loved every single solo album that has come out. If you have not listened to Taeyeon's My Voice, you are missing out. It is probably the best album of the year. I would recommend go checking that out. Jessica, since she has departed from the group, has also been releasing a lot of fantastic music, so I would definitely recommend checking out her Wonderland album. I think between the two of those, that's my favorite. But Girls' Generation, like, one of the things I love about them is that their music has matured with them. So yeah, sure, in 2007, they were all pretty young. They were doing cutesy music. And as they've aged, their music has gotten more mature and has gotten just honestly better and better. This album is nothing but a full album of, like, great hits. I am super looking forward to their 10th anniversary album. I am probably a little too hyped for it, if I'm being totally honest. I absolutely love every single member of Girls' Generation with all of my heart. Obviously, I have a ranking of them personally. So I will probably say my top 3 members, absolute favorite members of Girls' Generation are Taeyeon, Tiffany, and Hyoyeon. But I really do love everybody. Like, everybody in this group is my bias. And then it's like every member of Girls' Generation, if I'm going through like girl biases, every member of Girls' Generation, and then Crystal from FX. Like, it's a pretty big jump. And then just while we're here, because they have a pretty boppin' Japanese discography, my favorite album from their Japanese discography is Girls in Peace, which is their second album. It was very good. So yeah, so I thought that was fun. Hopefully you learned something interesting about groups that I like and my favorites in them. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a new video relatively soon. I'm planning on, like I said at the beginning, planning on doing like a big buy haul kind of video soon, because I'm going to buy a bunch of my albums that I've been waiting to buy, like Pristin's and Oh My Girls, when Twice's album comes out in like a week or so. So then I'm going to do that, and then I'll have a haul video, which will be good. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a recent releases video, because there's been a bunch of stuff I kind of wanted to talk about and just never like got around to it because work has been insane. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are doing really great, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye!